and welcome back to another video. I hope you're well. So today you join me from Yen Yening Lakes. That's how it's pronounced. I got told by a friend that that's how you pronounce it. So yeah, it's Yen Yening Lakes. I've been calling it Yening Lakes this whole entire time. So I've been here a few times over the years, but I wanted to come back here and test out my new camera. I took some photos on my way up here, and I'm looking forward to seeing them. I haven't seen them yet. I've got so basically, I should say, where I am is pretty remote. I'm actually surprised there's other people in the background, other people over there. Normally I've got this place completely to myself, but it's actually nice to hear like kids and people having fun over there. I've come up a bit higher up, a bit further up the track, and this is where I'll be camping. So yeah, I've got, I'm just going to be staying in my car this time, fold down the rear seats, lay out my my mattress and just sleep in there. Yeah, it's a wonderful little spot. I've got also my solar panel at the front here. I don't know if you can see that. I'll just go a bit further up. Oop. Yeah, I've got my solar panel just down here. Yeah, it's getting a bit of electricity back into my battery, my lithium pack. I feel like I should do a video on that because it's such a useful unit, and yeah, it just means I don't have to worry about carrying inverters and a load of charging accessories. All I need is a solar panel, hook it up and off I go, or mains power, or charge it by the car. But yeah, so I've currently been taking some photos of this thing. You might have seen it before in one of my other photos. This was, I'm trying to work out if it was last year or the year before. I think it was the year before. But I'm not used to seeing it this high. I was expecting it to be really dry around here. I'll just quickly take you over. So I've sent the drone over and I should be able to show you that footage. But normally this place is bone dry, but I'm not sure if it's just because of the time I've come here. But yeah, normally this place right here behind me, bone dry, you can walk on it and it absolutely reeks. But at least there's no smell. It's beautiful. So yeah, it's wicked to be out here. So what I'm going to do, since the photography opportunities aren't not as many as I wanted, because I wanted a bit more of a drier scene. I was going to do some astro. I might do some astro if it's all right later on. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to send my little drone up, my Air 2S. I'm going to take some drone photos and show you some of the photos that I'll get and the reason behind it. And yeah, should be fun. Anyway, I'll put another battery in this because the other one's charging, and we'll send it up. I got the drone up above, as you can probably hear. So now we're going to just send it off and head over in that direction. Oh, I just see some rain clouds coming in. Doesn't matter, not for a while. So yeah, it's quite windy, but the drone does a really good job. So I'm going to send it over the area, switch to video, and just fly over there. I think I'm in, yeah, manual focus. Got to remember to focus with this thing. And then we'll hit record. Strong wind warning. Yep, I know. But I know how to fly in this. I'm just going to fly over the area and just try and find some nice, unique compositions. Something that stands out. I was really not expecting this much water, as I said. Yeah, because normally when I come here, it's quite dry. And I was expecting to, you know, find some nice, interesting textures and stuff in the water, in the ground, but it's completely waterlogged. And yeah, not last time. I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, I'll go back to the drone, and you can sort of see what we're getting. So just trying to look for something unique, something nice. This little island down here has got my eye. I was taking some photos of this before I actually done this video, before I started recording, and I quite liked it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bring the exposure up a bit on the drone so you can sort of see more. So what I quite like about it is just the isolation from the rest of the scene, as you can see. So it's a set. Oh, I'm going a bit quick with the drone. As you can see, it's a bit set away from everything. and I really quite like that. It's gives it nice, like, sort of eerie sort of feel to it. So I'm going to get a nice little shot of that. So it's going to be sort of like a high key sort of thing. So all the water around it, you'll see the ripples on the water. Oh, this is quite hard to do. So I'll get something a bit like that. Hopefully this is alright. It's feeling a bit jerky. I might go down to cine mode and so I can just fine tune it. So I think something like that. I might go a bit higher up. What I'm thinking when I'm taking this photo, wow, that's bright. I'm getting blinded by the light. Just set you up there. Yeah, my awning's doing a great job of keeping me protected. So yeah, I quite like that. That's quite a nice looking scene. So you've got the nice dead trees and the water there, surrounded by this nice little island in the middle, and it's got these nice light layers, and it's really quite nice. So I haven't said nice enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up a little bit, because what I don't want this scene to be is too tight. I want it to be nice and open and allow the image to breathe. Yeah, the last thing I want to do is get home and go, you know what, this scene would have been better if I shot a bit wider. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to think ahead. So that's what I'm going to do. I think that probably is going to be good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back over to photo and turn that. So turn the video off and switch to photo. Shooting in manual, and we've got to remember to hit the focus, because this has autofocus on this drone. Now the histogram isn't really a good gauge. I'm just going by the image on the camera that I'm getting on the phone, because it's quite a high. The histogram is measuring for the whole scene and not just for the island. So I'm going to take that photo, and we are bracketed anyway. I think it's a third of a stop or a full stop with the drone. So yeah, that looks quite nice. What I might do now is actually go up a little bit higher. So so I'll just switch it back over and hit record. So going up a little bit higher. Obviously, when it comes to taking the photo, it doesn't crop in as much as shooting in video, because you know, the conversion. Go back to a nice wide and just give myself some options for later on. So I'll take another shot from there. You can see over in those fields over there, that's all wet over there. Actually, might send the drone over that way. So let's see what that looks like. There might be some interesting textures and patterns in that grass, in that field. So 600 meters away. Oh, there's got some nice sort of interesting details down there, hey? Got to be careful of this wind as well. But I am experienced enough that I know what I'm doing, and when it comes to flying back, and how much battery to have, and when it comes to flying in difficult conditions, I've got a few friends who actually get quite caught out by this sort of stuff, which is nice. Oh yeah, this looks really nice. There's like a nice little island in there, because of all the rain that we've had. Well, this is quite nice. Not sure about the surrounding area, but yeah. Okay, well, that's got dark because these thick clouds are rolling in, so I'll just pick that exposure up a bit. Yeah, that looks really nice. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my drone down lower. So at 90 meters. I quite like the textures on the water right now. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to photo and just get a quick shot of that. And I've got to be considered about my battery. So my battery's 58% now. We've got strong winds around, and we're just over 1 kilometre away. So I need to turn that off. Always be considerate of how much battery you've got, and be aware of your surroundings and what's changing. I like using the histogram on this drone. It's really nice. The display on the camera is a bit bright, but this was working a treat. I quite like it. I seem to have, today with this location, just singling out little things in the scene, not focusing on big things. It's quite nice. Might actually even rotate it so it's more of like a vertical composition. You can't see it, but I'm just making subtle changes on the screen here, or when I'm flying. Just thinking. So yeah, you can sort of see I've come around and gone more vertical, and with that I might actually come up a little bit just to get a little bit more in. just give it a bit more space around it, because I'm pretty sure this is going to be a square crop, because I don't really need a lot to the left and the right. So go back to photo, take that photo right now, so I quite like that. Take that photo right now. So got another strong wind warning, it is quite breezy right now. And yeah, so see if there's anything else in that area that catches my eye before I head back. Maybe these textures in the ground here. See what I mean just there? Just go a bit slower for you. Ah, it looks kind of nice. It looks different. Oh, it doesn't. There's a lot of this sort of stuff, and I've taken stuff like this before. But I think this looks really quite nice and unique. Yeah, I really quite like it. There's something about it. It's simple. I think that's probably what I like. I'm drawn to simplicity. So I'll just get that exposure up just a bit more. And go to photo, change it over. And get the focus again. And take the photo again. Bracketed for safety. Alright, I'm going to bring the drone back, I think. I just want to make sure the drone is nice and safe. And I need to set up because I think it's going to start to rain in a little while. I'm going to also build myself a campfire. So I'm currently flying the drone back manually. I know we're in this general direction. Actually, I'm pretty sure we are. Oh no, I was flying the wrong way. Oh wow, glad I checked. I was flying the opposite way. Yeah, that would have been bad. So yeah, okay, now we're all good. I was flying away from myself. So yeah, I'm gonna wait a little while, set up my campsite. I'm gonna there's some rocks and everything over there where someone's had a campfire. I'm allowed to have a campfire. There were signs on the way in saying campfires permitted. So I'm going to bring dig a little hole in the sand here, so the fire is sheltered. Put some rocks around it, and jobs are good. So yeah, just bringing the drone back 41%. I'm still saying we've got 8 minutes of flight time, but we're closing that gap pretty quickly on our distance from the drone. So I'm just going to bring it back now. Just lower you a little bit, because I'm going to catch this drone. I don't want to land it in the sand. Come on. I like it with this drone, how the props are higher. With my Mini 2, you had to be really careful, but I can get my hands pretty much around that sort of point, but I try and just hold the base. So yeah, going to turn this off and have some of my iced tea. There's something up with my fridge where it's freezing everything, even though I'm setting the temperature right. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it needs a regas or something, I don't know. So yeah, not great when it turns everything you want into ice. So yeah, my iced tea is literally iced tea. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to charge this battery and start setting up, because the clouds behind you don't look all that great, and it is forecast to rain. So I might even just get some photos this afternoon when the clouds roll over before sunset. I don't know, I'll see how it goes. Yeah, I haven't planned anything for this. I'm just going with the flow and going with what works. So yeah, but I'm happy with some of the photos I got on my way up here. I think they'll look really special. Anyway, I'll turn this all off and put the batteries on charge, and I'll see you again soon. All right, so I'm having to, I think, call it for today. It's been a great drive down here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to compile some photos that I've taken on the way down. That'll probably be at the end, because I'm going to pick this up again in the morning. Yeah, if you can see this, we've got a front rolling in. You can see the band going across there, and I can see all the rain right off in the distance over there. See how dark that looks. So yeah, I'm just going to well, I've set up part of my bed, as you can see. I'm going to keep the tray thing up there because that will allow me for extra storage. It's going to be a little tight, but I've got this mattress down here. It's just one of those cheap air mattresses, but it works really well. I do have my Nemo self-inflating one as well as a backup, but I'm pretty happy with that, and I can start to feel it raining now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the solar panel right here, set up overnight. It'll be fine. There's no regulator or anything, it's just a panel, so it'll be basically like your home panels. Yeah, so that'll get me some charge in the morning. But yeah, these conditions are changing quickly. I'd love to get my camera out right now and take some photos, but I can feel it spitting already, and I need to get my sleeping bag and everything sorted out. So a bit gutted about that, but I know tomorrow morning it should be clear. I know it's going to be raining for the afternoon, evening, late into the night, and then I think it's going to be stopping around 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, but it's going to be one hell of an experience, I'll tell you that much. I wasn't expecting this, but you know, that's a part of it. You know, I find it's best not to plan or to plan too much and just go and do it. If you don't go and just do it, you don't know what you're going to get, and you don't know what you're going to experience, and you might get something a lot better than what you originally planned to get. So yeah, but my campfire is going well. I've made it nice and big. I'll show you it. I put some rocks around it, a nice bit of sand as well, just as like a windbreak. And if we go round here, you'll just see, and I can put stuff in there if I want. It's nice and hot. Might put some other things in there just to help it along. Yeah, so that's it, and that's me for the night around here. What a nice spot. And hopefully in the morning we'll take some photos of these guys again, as I took some photos here, what, 3 years ago? Oh, 2 years ago or so. So yeah, anyway, I'm signing out, and I'll see you in the morning.